Dear friends, it is my pleasure to be here with you on one of the floors that we are rebuilding to support the activity of Hadassah. Hadassah, over the past 3 years, has continued to grow in its clinical activity. We're expanding our services not only to the Jerusalem area, but also to other areas in Israel. Hadassah was one of the first to support the southern part of Israel and its citizens that needed both physical rehabilitation, but also psychological rehabilitation. And for this purpose, the Gandel Rehabilitation Center is really an example of combining this multidisciplinary approach.
We're standing here in the historic round building at Hadassah Ein Kerem Hospital. Looking at this construction site, it's kind of hard to imagine that one day this will be the intensive care unit of Hadassah Ein Kerem Hospital. But that is exactly what will happen. Since the beginning of the war, Hadassah has treated over 650 acute patients in need of immediate medical care. And in our intensive care units, our staff make the difference between life and death, taking care of patients and making sure they get the most state-of-the-art sophisticated care. When this building is finished, we will have doubled the capacity of Hadassah's intensive care unit, being able to treat many more patients with life-saving care. We're on the 6th floor of the historic round building, where we will ultimately have another internal medicine unit. Once the work here is completed, this is what our facility looks like, a state-of-the-art, beautiful, warm, welcoming environment where patients continue to receive the same compassionate professional care that they've always received at Hadassah. Today, more than ever, we know how great the need is for high-quality medical care in Israel. Acute emergency response, psychological rehabilitation, and physical rehabilitation. Since October 7th, more than 17,000 Israeli soldiers and civilians have been wounded. They need our help now. Once construction is completed on this floor, we will double our inpatient capacity, enabling us to treat up to 140 inpatients at any time. On the first floor, we're building a technological incubator, an outpatient unit that will enable us to ultimately treat 250 outpatients on any given day, and a hotel to enable family members of wounded patients to be near their loved ones. And here, we will build a rooftop garden so patients can come to sit, enjoy this green, healing space and this gorgeous Jerusalem view. We've made so much progress, but there is still much work to be done on Hadassah's campuses for the benefit of our brave soldiers who are putting their lives on the line on a daily basis, for the million-plus residents of the Jerusalem area, and for all of Israel.
Many years ago, when we started planning the Davidson Tower, we're debating where to place our operating rooms. Many of us here, clinicians at Hadassah, were supporting to place them underground. Having this underground infrastructure of operating rooms, we provided the State of Israel an infrastructure that allowed us to continue to work during the missile attacks from the south, but especially if, God forbid, there are missile attacks that start from the north of Israel. We are currently looking at the possibility of adding an additional 6 operating rooms that were in a shelled space. I'm calling upon each one of you to consider to support this really important project, as these 6 operating rooms will allow us to secure better treatment if any case and event develops. All of us have still a long way to go to finalize these 2 major projects, both the Gandel Rehabilitation Center in Mount Scopus and the round building in Ein Kerem. So I'm calling on each one of you personally to come and join us together to finish these 2 monumental, important projects. Thank you to each one of you, and I wish all of us times of peace to come soon.